Now at 5, U.S. Senator Ron Wyden hearing from Oregon State fire officials about why this year's fire season is so bad. Plus, new tonight, a fire breaking out at a fourplex in Pasco. We'll have the latest. Also ahead, it is training camp for the Wazoo Cougs football team. We'll take you behind the scenes. Stacy.
And we've had lots of smoke and haze impacting our air quality all through the region. I'll break it all down for you in my first alert full weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
We have made it to Friday. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Austin Reed. First at 5 tonight, it is a first alert weather day. Let's get right to our Stacy Lee. Now, Stacy, we're talking right now at the moment about heavy smoke.
Lots of smoke has been in the area, Austin, all day long, and it has impacted those daytime highs, although 104 right now in Yakima. The wind's at zilch, so it's not moving the smoke. That smoke is just settling right into the valley. That's been impacting the air quality in Yakima and basically through the entire region today. Right now we're at moderate. Earlier today I was tracking some unhealthy air quality in the Yakima area, Toppenish, and even close to Prosser. And it looks like that smoke will be lingering at least part of the day tomorrow. Let's look at our daytime highs right now around the area. 106. We were thinking 109. Not going to make it there, but we did literally go up 4 degrees in the last hour or so just because that smoke is starting to kind of move out of the Columbia Basin. Look for 71 with hazy conditions overnight tonight. Light winds 6 miles per hour. Again, triple digits tomorrow. Hot and hazy. The haze should move out in the afternoon. If you're going to head out to the Columbia River, should be a good day for boating, although hazy. Slight chance of a stray thunderstorm. UV index is high. And look at the river temperature, 70 degrees right now. Warm, hazy night, poor air quality, stray thunderstorms through early next week. That fire danger remains high. I'll break down all those details in your first alert full weather forecast. Austin.
All right, Stacy, we start off now in eastern Oregon, where U.S. Senator Ron Wyden was briefed via Zoom today on fire season 2024. Alongside federal, state, and local firefighting officials, Wyden learned about all of the wildfires that they are battling in the eastern part of the state, and there's a lot. Wyden also discussed his work at the federal level to help, as well as longer-term strategies to protect lives and property statewide.
When the fires are doing what they're doing, they're running they're going 5 miles in 2 hours or something like that. There's not a lot of anything that can be put in front of it for firefighter safety reasons. And even if you had all the resources in the world, you just can't put them in there.
Our Monique Ledesma will have more details about today's meeting. That's coming up tonight at 6, only right here. Well, new tonight from the Oregon Department of Forestry, they have launched a brand new public service campaign about how to recreate and travel responsibly this summer and help prevent the next wildfire in Oregon or elsewhere. One thing they point out is to check your tow chains. If they are dragging, they can spark and cause a fire. And if you see sparks coming from a car or a truck, they say you should call 911 right away.
Don't let your weekend getaway start the next wildfire. Double check your tow chains before getting on the road and ensure they're secure and not dragging. As the state of Oregon's wildfire protection agency, the Oregon Department of Forestry responds to wildfires along the sides of roads and highways all the time. Often, they're started by tow chains dragging on the pavement. Sparks from the metal hitting the road can easily reach dry grass and start a wildfire.
You can find more information about this on the Oregon Department of Forestry's website. The Battle Mountain Complex fire has now burned over 175,000 acres. Tonight, it is sitting at 23% containment. There are still level 3 go now evacuations in place in some areas of Umatilla, Grant, and Morrow counties. The Retreat fire in Yakima County has now burned almost 35,000 acres and is 37% contained. There are still level 2 and 3 evacuation orders in place in some areas. All new tonight, a fourplex in Pasco caught on fire today. Here's the video. According to fire officials, the blaze was started by a kid who was playing with matches in a closet. Several Pasco fire crews were called to the apartment fire on West Sylvester Street just after 2:30 p.m. Fire crews were able to put out the fire to keep it from spreading to other rooms. Fire officials say the damage to the unit is minimal. There are a number of cooling centers all across the Tri-Cities, in the Yakima Valley, and in Northeast Oregon. So for a complete list, make sure you check in with our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. With the temperatures continuing to rise, the Richland Farmers Market decided to close at noon today. The city says due to the extreme temperatures, the farmers market closed an hour earlier to get all their vendors and shoppers out of the heat. As of now, the market is set to return next week. Well, the United States Attorney for the Eastern District of Washington announcing today that Aaron Ong has been charged by criminal complaint on one count of international parental kidnapping. Ong was arraigned in federal court earlier today. Now, let's keep you up to date on this case. On June 3rd of this year, Ong was supposed to go to the Pullman Police Department for a custody exchange of his daughter with the victim's mother. Ong and they never showed up. Instead, agents with the FBI and U.S. Customs and Border Protection obtained photos of a vehicle Ong was allegedly driving, which had crossed into Mexico on June 1st at the port of entry. New cameras are being installed at the Tri-Cities Airport, so generally when someone does not stop to pay at the parking lot, the cameras will catch the license plate. But due to construction and changes with the parking setup at PSC, airport police are now asking for help to identify the man on this motorcycle leaving the airport parking lot on July 31st. Police say he circled around and left without paying, but cameras did not catch his license plate. So if you have any information about this person, call Pasco Airport Police. Commuters may want to fill up their tanks sooner rather than later. The national average for a gallon in the U.S. is $3.48. According to AAA, that's a 4-cent dip from last week. But the downward trend may not last too much longer. Forecasters say a tropical storm may be heading toward the Caribbean Sea. And if it makes to the Gulf of Mexico, oil prices could rise. Another factor that could affect oil, increased tensions in the Middle East. The U.S. economy added about 114,000 jobs last month, a number way below expectations. The Bureau of Labor Statistics issued its latest job report today, which had an unexpected increase in the unemployment rate, 4.3%. That is a 0.2% increase, which doesn't seem like that much, but it is the highest rate since October 2021. The unexpectedly weak jobs report has some market experts concerned that the economy has slowed down too quickly. Well, this weekend is a great opportunity to check out the amazing national parks we have in both Oregon and Washington. So on Sunday, August 4th, national parks across the U.S. will offer free admission to celebrate the signing of the Great American Outdoors Act. Well, the WSU Cougs have officially kicked off their fall camp. Reporter Alex Crescenti takes us there.
Another offseason has come and gone, and for the most part, there's been no seismic shifts in the college football universe that we didn't already know about. And that's good news for Washington State, who this time last year was dealing with all kinds of issues as the Pac-12 was ending right before their eyes. But you wouldn't even know there's just 2 teams left in the conference on day 1 of fall camp.
Oh, feels good to be back to practice, doesn't it? A lot of preparation goes into this point. But what I told the guys, my plan didn't make it great. Their purpose and intent to the work makes it great. That was the best first day of fall camp we've had since I've been here, and it's because they went out there and wanted to do it. Not me, they did.
I love it. The big thing during practice is focusing on like whatever period we're in. It's easy to kind of think when you're in the warm-up phase, like thinking down the road of, oh, what do I got to do for team, or what do I got to do for this? I like to just keep it in the moment and being very present.
Now, one of the bigger storylines headed into fall camp is the quarterback battle. John Messier saw a lot of playing time last season and is the front runner right now, getting a lot of snaps with the ones, but Bryant transfer Zevi Eckhouse is hot on his tail.
I mean, we have different crews, we hang out as a team and see there's no bad blood, but I mean, I wouldn't say he's my best friend. I don't hang out, I hang out with a lot of linemen, but I mean, it's nothing against him. It's not like I don't like him, but yeah, he's a great dude.
Now, the Cougs have exactly 1 month before the season kicks off against Portland State on August 31st, right here at Giesa Field.
That was Alex Crescenti with our sister station in Spokane. Hey, Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown is still looking for the best restaurant in our area as voted by you. We started about 3 weeks ago with 64 restaurants, and after 3 rounds and more than 5,000 votes, only 8 restaurants are left. To vote for your top 4 restaurants using your mobile, just scan the QR code on your screen right now, or if you'd rather vote on a desktop or laptop, click on contests at applevalleyNewsNow.com and select Restaurant Showdown. After voting, remember you can enter to win for a $25 gift card from STCU. All the details, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Still ahead here on your news at 5, the city of Yakima welcoming guests from Japan this week. We'll tell you why. Also ahead tomorrow is National Watermelon Day, and one local watermelon stand is celebrating. And get ready for that extreme heat. We started it today. Will it continue through the weekend, though? Stacy's tracking your forecast as we leave you to break. Live shot from our Legends Casino camera in Toppenish. It is smoky out there, that's for sure. Stay with us.
And now for something totally different. Hi, it's Carrie Isaacson, and I'm running for the Senate seat from the 16th District. I'm standing up for our way of life in this part of Southeast Washington, in our towns, suburbs, and farms. Ballots are due August 6th. You were sent one. Use it. Please vote for me. Visit my website at electcarrieIsaacson.com. Thanks.
Paid for by Elect Carrie Isaacson, Democrat.
Well, it's almost election time.
Typical politicians trying to tell us they're conservative.
Yeah, well, that's not Congressman Newhouse. He worked with the liberals to try to remove Trump. And don't get me started on that Sessler.
He's not just a vegan.
Sessler wants a 30% tax on everything we buy.
Even my haircut.
Even my beer. He wants 30% if I want to buy new land.
So the choice is a never-Trumper or a vegan.
Tiffany Smiley.
Oh, Smiley's the one.
I really like her.
MWSA Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
As a Trump-endorsed candidate for Congress against Dan Newhouse, I knew I'd be attacked from multiple fronts. But some of the lies my opponents have been spreading are downright ridiculous. So let's settle the beef. I'm a cattle-raising, gun-carrying, brisket-loving conservative, and I believe in the American dream. I believe in lower taxes and that our farms and ranches make us prosperous and more secure. Eastern Washington deserves a representative that is honest and transparent. So vote for the conservative we deserve. I'm Jared Sessler, and I approve this message.
I have worked with Senator Curtis King for the past 2 years, and I know how much he cares about the constituents in his district. He is well respected by both parties. He is results-oriented, and he works very hard for the district.
We got to elect Curtis King. He has a proven record. We're very lucky to have him as a representative in the Senate.
There is no better candidate for the job than Senator Curtis King.
I'm Senator Curtis King, and I'd appreciate your support. Thank you.
I have worked with Senator Curtis King for the past 2 years, and I know how much he cares about the constituents in his district. He is well respected by both parties. He is results-oriented, and he works very hard for the district.
We got to elect Curtis King. He has a proven record. We're very lucky to have him as a representative in the Senate.
There is no better candidate for the job than Senator Curtis King.
I'm Senator Curtis King, and I'd appreciate your support. Thank you.
The Golf Forecast, sponsored by the Wild Horse Ladies Golf Classic, August 12th through the 18th.
Thank you so much for staying with us on this Friday. Well, this week, the city of Yakima welcomed visitors from Yakima's sister city of Iriana-ji, Japan. These are pictures from the visit. Yakima has been the sister city since 1972. Mayor Patricia Byers presented gifts and certificates of honorary citizenship to the mayor and the entire delegation of about 20 people, which included teachers, students, and city officials. Well, weather officials have declared a state of emergency amid a tropical storm warning for parts of Florida in anticipation of Tropical Storm Debbie. The storm is set to slam the state this weekend with torrential rain and high winds. The National Hurricane Center has designated it as a potential tropical cyclone 4. It is forecast to become a tropical depression by Saturday morning and strengthen into Tropical Storm Debbie by Saturday evening. Multiple days of heavy rainfall could hit Florida and the southeastern U.S. The tropical system is forecast to strengthen as it tracks kind of parallel to Florida's Gulf Coast before curving east to make landfall. Now, a small change in track could mean big changes in impact.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And while we don't want Tropical Storm Debbie here, we sure could use some of her rain. Legends Casino Skycam tonight, 106. We've stayed a little bit under where we were projecting to go, around 109 today. And that's because of that smoke and haze filtering the sun, the UV rays, making it down to earth. So still hot, though, 106 degrees. We popped up several degrees in an hour because some of that smoke starting to move out. Winds are down to Zippo. Feels like temperature 104. Our sunset tonight at 824. Visible satellite. This shows us how much smoke is all through the Pacific Northwest. I've been keeping my eyes peeled around the Yakima area. That's where we've been seeing some unhealthy air quality today. But as you can see, our entire region is inundated with smoke, and that's the current look on radar. Here's what the air quality looks like right now, moderate. So things have gotten a little bit better from earlier today. However, the smoke and haze is going to stay in our area. Let's take a look at our Futurecast model. Check out this smoke and haze again. We're kind of blanketed all through the Pacific Northwest. Nobody's getting away from the smoke and haze, but things seem to start to improve overnight tonight, at least in the Yakima Valley. Still there, but getting lighter as the evening moves on, and hopefully by tomorrow afternoon, we'll get a little relief from that. We still have our excessive heat warning. That's in place until 8 o'clock tonight. That will expire. Temperatures are going to drop a few degrees heading into tomorrow. Our heat potential, though, still hot. That heat dome sort of moving now to the north towards the Spokane area and the very top of the state. It's a southwesterly flow coming from the southwest, desert southwest. So that's bringing that wet, moist, kind of humid, sticky air with the potential for some thunder and lightning. And this is what that path looks like. So some of it comes right over the top of our area. And this is where we could see a stray thunder shower. More than likely, those thunder showers will stick to central Oregon. However, we're keeping an eye on the blues. Now, we do have a red flag warning in the central Cascades through Sunday. And as we move further to the south of Hermiston and Pendleton, this entire area of eastern Oregon all the way into Idaho is under a red flag warning tonight, again, due to the unstable conditions and possible thunderstorms moving through the area. It's warm with some smoke and haze for us tonight. Look at these overnight lows. These look like springtime daytime highs, but we don't cool off long. Overnight tonight, just dropping down to 73 in Walla Walla, and it only stays there briefly before it starts climbing back up. So overnight lows very, very warm tonight with smoke and haze. If you're sensitive to that, you might want to stay indoors overnight tonight. Let's take a look at our temps for tomorrow. A little bit cooler, sunny. You'll see some haze in the morning. It should clear in the afternoon. Close to or at the triple digits in the Columbia Basin and foothills of the Blues, just under that 100-degree mark for most of the area. Here's that 7-day planner. Again, those hazy conditions, 99 degrees, our projected daytime high tomorrow. We'll stay in the 90s, it looks like, into that first full week of August. Triple digits are going to hang around for the Columbia Basin through Tuesday. We'll drop just slightly into the upper 90s for the rest of the week. Right under 100 degrees for Walla Walla Saturday, Sunday. On Monday, though, we could hit those triple digits again and cooling down more to normal by Wednesday. Dangerously dry, and we're going to see some breezy and gusty winds picking up through the Columbia River Gorge, which will impact Hermiston Monday and Tuesday, with again the possibility of a stray thunder shower coming through the area. Very hard to predict that very unpredictable pattern. So we'll keep an eye on that over the weekend for you, and still to come, our viewer photo of the day. Austin.
All right. Thank you so much, Stacey. Coming up next on your news at 5, TikTok is back in the headlines. We'll tell you why. Plus, on a lighter note, we're talking about National Watermelon Day. Stay with us.
Newscasts anytime with Apple Valley Plus on Roku, Apple Fire, and smart TVs.
I learned the value of hard work right here in these fields as my immigrant parents pick crops. I graduated from Yakima Valley College and Gonzaga, worked for Congress and the state legislature. Now I'm running for state senate because we need someone who will fight for Central Washington. We're losing good paying jobs and warehouses are closing. I'm Maria Beltran, and I ask for your vote because our best days are ahead of us.
Paid for by friends Maria Beltran.
Tiffany Smiley is not who she says she is.
Tiffany Smiley started a PAC claiming to raise money to support conservative candidates, but contributions were funneled to pay off her own $1 million campaign debt.
Of the almost $800,000 she raised, only $24,800 went to candidates. Instead, Tiffany used the money on luxury travel and to try to pay off her massive debt.
Tiffany Smiley deceived her donors. Don't let her deceive you.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message.
There are a few things you should know before returning your ballot. Mary Beckler is a liberal Democrat who endorsed Kamala. Jared Sessler is a tax-hiking vegan. And Amnesty Dan Newhouse failed on the border. Tiffany Smiley is endorsed by law enforcement and grassroots leaders. Tiffany worked with President Trump on behalf of our veterans. And she'll do it again to close the border and make our communities safe again.
I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message.
As a mother and community leader, I know what it means to work hard and make tough decisions. Como miembro de nuestra comunidad, I've seen firsthand the challenges we face. We need affordable groceries, quality healthcare, and safety in our neighborhoods. I am committed to listening and working for everyone in our community. Juntos podemos crear un futuro mejor para el 14th District. I am Ana Ruiz Kennedy. Echémosle ganas. I'll be honored to earn your vote.
I have worked with Senator Curtis King for the past 2 years, and I know how much he cares about the constituents in his district. He is well respected by both parties. He is results-oriented, and he works very hard for the district.
We got to elect Curtis King. He has a proven record. We're very lucky to have him as a representative in the Senate.
There is no better candidate for the job than Senator Curtis King.
I'm Senator Curtis King, and I'd appreciate your support. Thank you.
Tonight, Susan Powell was a young, beautiful mother. She just one night vanished. Josh, did you kill your wife? I'll never forget the first time that I met him. A chill raced up my spine. I just shook the hand of the killer.
2020, tonight on ABC.
Welcome back, everybody. We have a quick business alert for you. TikTok in trouble again. The Justice Department is now suing the Chinese-owned social media company. It says TikTok allowed children to create accounts without their parents' consent. That is a violation of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. The lawsuit further says parent company ByteDance did not remove those children's information when requested by their parents. The lawsuit marks the latest headache for TikTok, which has come under fire for collecting private data from its users and its foreign ownership. All right. Well, on some more happy news. Let's talk about happy news.
So it's hot. A lot of people think, I know, ice cream or an icy, but you know what? Watermelon, good solution to cool you down. And by the way, tomorrow, August 3rd, is National Watermelon Day. Now, we know watermelons very well in our area. We grow tons of watermelons all around the region. They're made up of about 80% water in that melon, 40 varieties, and again, a great way to cool down. So definitely celebrate National Watermelon Day. If you take a post or post a recipe online, just hashtag it National Watermelon Day on your hashtag.
So I want to talk about this.
So this right here, this watermelon is grown locally in Pasco at Angel Brook Farms, and this is called a Black Mamba. You can't tell, but the skin is really dark on the outside. It's seedless, and it's a variety that's very popular in Japan, and it's kind of catching on around here. So I stopped by Austin, and I thought, you know what? It's 100+ degrees. Let's have some watermelon in honor of National Watermelon Day.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Black Mamba. So good. And again, grown locally here in Pasco, Washington. So good stuff. Watermelons are in season, and again, a great snack to cool down.
Now the stand is, if somebody wants to check them out,
There's got multiple
right?
stands. There's stands all through the Tri-Cities. Just look up, Google Angel Brook Farms, I guess.
Brook Farms.
But check out any of the watermelons. They're all in season right now. So
super good, super good. Well, enjoy National Watermelon Day. We're going to talk more about the weather.
Yes.
We've got to talk about that.
Got to get your weekend done complete, plus our viewer photo of the day.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
There are a few things you should know before returning your ballot. Mary Beckler is a liberal Democrat who endorsed Kamala. Jared Sessler is a tax-hiking vegan. And Amnesty Dan Newhouse failed on the border. Tiffany Smiley is endorsed by law enforcement and grassroots leaders. Tiffany worked with President Trump on behalf of our veterans, and she'll do it again to close the border and make our communities safe again.
I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message.
It's been a summer of off-road adventures at Legends Casino Hotel, but now we've gone completely off the rails. We're giving away not one, but two winning Gone Wild vehicles in August, including a new Volkswagen Atlas Crossport on the 22nd and a Dodge Ram 1500 Bighorn on the 29th. Just remember to pack your Legends Rewards card to earn entries for a chance to win cash or two new off-road adventure vehicles. Then again, if driving around in a 2024 VW Atlas or Dodge Ram Bighorn isn't your bag, you could always just sit on your front porch petting your dog. Yeah, right.
I have worked with Senator Curtis King for the past 2 years, and I know how much he cares about the constituents in his district. He is well respected by both parties. He is results oriented, and he works very hard for the district.
We got to elect Curtis King. He has a proven record. We're very lucky to have him as a representative in the Senate.
There is no better candidate for the job than Senator Curtis King.
I'm Senator Curtis King, and I'd appreciate your support. Thank you.
Why do you Goodwill? Well, there are countless reasons.
Goodwill makes it easy to support my ongoing creative projects at home with their affordable items.
To be environmentally friendly through upcycling, reusing, and recycling.
For the chance to uncover brand new items at unbelievable prices.
Goodwill means being economical with my money.
With hundreds of reasons to shop at Goodwill, you can feel great about knowing 95.7 cents of every dollar you spend helps your community. Goodwill. Donate, shop, impact locally.
I learned the value of hard work right here in these fields as my immigrant parents pick crops. I graduated from Yakima Valley College and Gonzaga, worked for Congress and the state legislature. Now I'm running for state senate because we need someone who will fight for Central Washington. We're losing good paying jobs and warehouses are closing. I'm Maria Beltran, and I ask for your vote because our best days are ahead of us.
Paid for by friends Maria Beltran.
Looking for a weekend family getaway?
A lot of people come out to go fishing, wakeboarding, water skiing, jet skiing. You can do pretty much all your water sports.
Well, you'll want to see Deer Lake on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next ET, Justin Timberlake's DWI court appearance, the latest from the Hamptons. Plus,
we're tremendously excited by this cast.
Meet the crew of NCIS Origins. Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
I'm still thinking about that watermelon.
It was delicious, huh?
So good.
Yeah, so don't forget about Watermelon Day tomorrow. All right, let's take a peek at our viewer photo of the day. Always wait for this. Look at that beautiful shot, Raphael. Good job. He was out taking a little walk around Columbia Park. I've had this for a couple of days in the queue, but anyway, thanks for sharing that beautiful photo of that sunrise. So sunsets and sunrises, especially with the smoke, even though I don't like the smoke, it makes the sunsets look pretty neat color-wise. If you'd like to have your weather photo featured on TV, grab your smartphone, the QR code on the right side of your screen, snap a picture or hold your camera up to that, and that'll take you to our landing page, or simply go to applevalleynewsnow.com, click on the weather tab, and that's where you will upload your photo. So thank you once again, Raphael. Let's plan your day tomorrow. Look at that, smoke and haze pretty much for our main big cities around the area, Yakima, Tri-Cities, Walla Walla. Hazy conditions and temperatures already close to 80 degrees at 8 o'clock in the morning. So get those outdoor activities done early. Otherwise, you'll be, well, my husband was out working in the yard, Austin, this afternoon, sweaty. Very sweaty. 90s by the midday. And then those temperatures hovering right around the triple digits in the afternoon. Now, our 7-day planner will give us a little bit of hope. Going to stay in those triple digits here in the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, all the way through Tuesday. And then as we get into later part of the week, we'll cool down to more normal temperatures. Now, keep an eye on a chance of thunderstorms throughout the area. It's possible through the area with some dry thunderstorms, mainly towards Walla Walla, 10-20% chance, but they're very unpredictable. And some of those guys slide up out of nowhere and they'll create dry lightning, which could spark more fires in our region. So that's the big news to watch for over the weekend as far as the weather. And again, certainly check the weather and air quality if you're heading outdoors, because you're going to have that. If you are sensitive to smoke, heart conditions, lung disease, you might want to try to stay indoors until that smoke clears out of the area.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. World News Tonight is coming up next, and we'll see you at 6. Hoping your news is good news.
Good night.